physical therapy? What do they do? And can you specialize in anything in physical therapy? We'll find out more. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Khristin and this is my channel Kicking It with Chris, where I will be giving you content on all things physical therapy, being a physical therapy student, and also a little bit of natural hair content for your liking. So now that the intro is out of the way, first things first, before we get into the meat of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would go ahead and subscribe to my channel so we can grow our community and, you know, just grow building and breeding more PTs, especially more Black PTs, because we are definitely needed in the field. So go ahead and give it a little subscribe to my naturalistas and just everybody else in between. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you really want to be on it, you can go ahead and hit that bell right below so that you can always be notified when I upload a new video. So let's get into today's topic, which I'm sure you have seen by the title. But today I just wanted to come to give a little bit more of an educational type of video, just because ever since getting my acceptance into being a doctor of physical therapy, one, there's a lot of people that don't understand the whole doctoral thing with PT, I guess. Like, they don't understand. They might think it's a PhD or they think it's a master's. So I want to go ahead and clarify. I want to go ahead and clarify the difference between a DPT, a PhD, and even MD. So, like, what are the differences between those? And then we're going to go into what is physical therapy? What do they do? And can you specialize in anything in physical therapy? We'll find out more. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of the video. What is what is DPT? Is it a PhD? Is it a master's? How do you become a doctor of physical therapy? So DPT stands for Doctor of Physical Therapy, like I just said, and it is a clinical doctorate. So it is not a PhD. We are not writing dissertations. We thank God for that. So it's none of that. It is a clinical doctorate, just like, you know, an MD or even a DMD/DO is. It's a clinical doctorate. So our research is doing clinicals. So the difference between DPT and MD/DO is that with being a doctor of physical therapy, it is only 3 years. For medical school, it is 4 years. For DPT, it is not required of us to do a residency. Now, just because it's not required doesn't mean that there aren't residencies. You can go into residency in physical therapy. There are residencies for the different specialties that you can specialize in, which we're going to get into later in the video. Whereas with MD, or just with medical school in general, it is required for you to go into residency afterward, and that is not required for us. So we can go ahead, start working, and just be out in the field. That doesn't mean that because we don't have residency that we're not doing as much or anything like that, because we do just as much. We are very important. The field of physical therapy is very important, but we just don't have to do a residency. That's not required. Who knows, maybe in the future it might be, because we do have different specialties, like I said, that we will go into. So it might be in the future, but it's not required as of now. So there you go. So now the next thing we're going to get into, so what is physical therapy? What is it? What do they do? And I'm going to go based off of the APTA's version or definition of physical therapy, which I kind of combined different things that they said. So I'm just going to read it right here off of my notebook. And it says, a physical therapist are licensed individuals who evaluate, diagnose, and manage health conditions and movement problems in people of all ages and abilities. They empower people to take an active role in their care. They help prevent or improve many chronic conditions and diseases and provide treatment and strategies to improve and restore movement and function, manage pain, lessen symptoms of many conditions and diseases, and recover from and prevent injury. So, that's what we do. We're just really here to help the people, and it's not just helping those who, you got injured and we kind of help you with that. Yes, that is a part that we do, and you'll see that obviously a lot in outpatient clinics, but we can help in so many different areas, which, like I said, we're going to get into the specialties. And there's so much to PT that I know once I'm in PT school, I'm going to learn even more, but there's so much more to PT than people really know. And so that's really why I want to create this content, so that people really understand, like, physical therapy, we do a lot. Like, we do a lot, and and we're very important. So the different settings that we can be in, we can work in hospitals, we can have our outpatient clinic, which is, or a private practice. You can work for sports teams, you could do home health, fitness facilities, just there's so many different places you can work. Okay, and all of that information is coming from the APTA's website, so you can just go ahead and look there. And this next set of information is coming from the University of St. Augustine. Excuse me. And now we're going to get into the different specialties that you can do as a physical therapist. And with each specialty, they all have different requirements. A lot of them you can kind of bypass the bigger requirements needed just by doing residency, or you can just follow how many hours you need to get and whatever else is required. So there are currently 9 specialties because we just gained a new one, and then next year there will be a 10th specialty. So just to go through them, I'll list them and then I'll say like what you can do with each one. So we have cardiovascular pulmonary, geriatric orthopedic, neurology, pediatric, oncology, women's health, electrophysiologic, sports, and wound management. Wound management is the one that'll be coming next year, and then electrophysiologic is the newest certification that you can get, or specialty you can have. So with cardiopulm, that is helping patients heal from heart or lung damage. For geriatric, that is, that's helping people of the geriatric population, just specializing in helping musculoskeletal conditions and progressive goodness, if I can talk, good Lord, neurological diseases. So, just helping the older population in those areas. Then you have orthopedic, which is the most common specialty that you will see. That's what you'll see in a lot of clinics, outpatient clinics, is orthopedic. So like I said, it's the most common specialty, and you treat injuries and adverse conditions of the bone, muscle, tendons, ligaments, and joints, and musculoskeletal disorders. For neurology, you treat various oh my God, why am I having so many troubles with this word? You will treat various neurological disorders, injuries, and impairments, and this is an in-demand specialty. So we clearly need more neurology specialists, or certified neurological PTs. I don't know why I cannot say that word. Pediatrics, which focus on treating physical conditions in young people from newborns to teenagers. Oncology helps patients manage and recover from conditions like chronic pain, weakness, or loss of bone density. Obviously with oncology, that is, you know, helping cancer patients while they're going through treatment or in remission. So helping oncology patients that are in remission or going through their treatment. Women's health, so that has the category of pelvic health, and pelvic health is for both women and men, but you know, women's health is obviously going to focus on women. So it's a newer specialization that helps women at all stages from pregnancy to menopause, just helping in those with like incontinence, things of that nature. And again, that's women's health, but there's also pelvic health physical therapy, which helps both men and women. Then there's electrophysiologic, which is the newest certification, and that is they treat conditions related to nerve and muscle damage caused by compromised skin integrity or wounds. That sounds pretty interesting to me. So I don't know too much about this one. It's new, but I have definitely heard of the other ones. And like I said, once I get into once I go to PT school and learn more about the different specialties, I'll know even more. But this is kind of surface level stuff that I know. The next one is sports clinical specialist. So this one is for my sports people. If you really are looking to work for an athletic team, this is the certification that you will want. And so they treat amateur and professional athletes. So you can work on the collegiate level, you could work on lower than that, and you could work on obviously the professional level, whatever you want to do, you know. If you want to work with athletes, that is the certification you want to get. And then this last one, wound management, will be coming next year, and they treat both superficial and deep wounds with an emphasis on relationships between body systems and how treating one system impacts another. Also an interesting sounding one. I have heard of wound therapy. So there's so much to physical therapy that people don't know about, and so it definitely pays to, you know, do your research and see more, because I know for me, I didn't know too much about physical therapy until I got to college. So it is definitely it's educating. So I understand why people don't know too much about it. But, you know, we just want to put it out there. Like, we are legit too. Like, we're just as good, and, you know, we are very important in the grand scheme of just the overall health team, you know, like, not saying we're more important than anybody else, but we also hold our weight too. So yeah, so I hope you learned something new. Let me know down in the comments if any of those certifications sound interesting to you. I really cannot talk today. I'm so sorry, y'all. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments if any of those certifications and specializations sound interesting to you, and if you learned anything new. So yeah, so make sure to like this video if you liked it, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would really, really love to have you a part of the fam. We are small, but we are growing slowly, but we are growing nonetheless. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I love you guys so much.